What are we doing?
We're feed busting.
And why are we taking the tyre off?
Because someone ran into you.
Oh god. Welcome to this episode of Racing Dean, and I'd like to start by saying I don't know if someone hit me or if I hit something, so I'm not here to apportion any blame to that chipped wheel. It could have been me. It's race day and we're on our way to Whilton Mill. Yesterday was all testing. I did try to take some video footage, but my camera broke, so I ended up stashing the SD card in the finger of my glove so as not to lose it, and I put the battery in my pocket, and and it was still there at the end of practice, so no footage, but GoPro is intact. In terms of what we changed on the kart, not too much really. Tried a few different sprockets, ended up going down to a 77, which according to the data on the Alfano had a much higher top end than the 78. So the data doesn't lie, so we'll try the 77 on a race pace and see where that takes us. Got a few hours until we get going, so see you on track.
Turn left.
We'll see you on track.
Keep right.
Right, everybody. Well, thank you all for coming. Obviously, some of you weren't here yesterday, so we do really appreciate you all joining us.
This will be my first ever outing with Access Karting. I was meant to go to the Macy Cup, but I had a bit of bad luck and my van broke down, so I didn't make it there. And I would be gridding up beside Paul Handley. You can see here, he's in the yellow and the pink. Here we are, getting ready to start the race. We are starting in about 10. Jesus Christ, what happened there? There's all sorts of chaos. So if we slow it down, we can see that the inside line of karts is basically broken through into the outside line of karts, and that's me signalling there to Paul, like I didn't intentionally hit you, someone hit me who hit you, sort of thing. So frustrating start to the first race of the day. My first race was Heat 3, so I'd been waiting a while to get out on track, and that's a disappointing start, but now we've skipped it forward a lap or two and we're on the end of the pack in hot pursuit of everyone else. There's someone on the outside there, so that's why I'm in the middle of the track and didn't let them back through, so that's all good. And we're chasing, I believe that's Nick up in front, number 77. Yeah, so we're hot on his heels, and we've got a novice here who's a bit tricky to pass, and because I can't get past Nick and Nick can't get past the novice, we've lost a bit of time. And what's happened behind us is that Paul is now caught up as well, so we're all a bit jammed up behind this novice, and here comes Paul up the inside, and we're coming into a corner where not that many karts can fit through, and there's all sorts of mess again. And here's my second instant alongside Paul. We did touch, but I don't think that's what his problem was. I think his problem was the kart that spun in front of him, and he ended up on the grass as well. I've made my way through that one quite unscathed, and we are back into hot pursuit to try and catch up the rest of the pack. A couple of guys on the outside went wide there, so I was able to nip through. Great news for me, and we're back in hot pursuit, so let's hit some beats. So because this is my first time here, I don't really know who people are, the majority of people by name or number. Number 39 here is Alex Ems. Hi Alex, nice to meet you. And we are hot on your tail, looking to tee up a move up the back straight into Christmas if we can do it. So what's going to happen? Good drive off the corner, and I'm going to get alongside him and just ride the brakes until I make sure that I get to that apex first. And we're back through and coming through the infill bit. We've got a bit of work to do now, so those karts are a fair distance ahead, not that many laps to go, so I've skipped it on forward, and sneakily someone else got past me as well. So number 9, Ethan Hall, nice to meet you as well, good move there. I noticed that you were very good at lifting your inside wheel going around corners. I wonder if mine does the same. I don't know, but yours definitely does. So I hope that's working for you. You're certainly going a little bit quicker than I was. So doing my best to stay on your tail. Now we've got another novice in front, so this is black number 23, who is called, black 23 is called Joe Harris. Nice to meet you, Joe, good job, nice colourful bumpers you got there, blue bumper, haven't seen one of those before, looking pretty sharp. We can see here that we were making quite good progress to catch up the back of the pack, so the speed was good, mainly 57s with a couple of 56s thrown in. So with a better start, who knows what could have been, that would have been a more positive race, but it is what it is. Brief interlude to bring you some tyre changing footage. I'd never seen this tool before. They're called the tyre tongs, and you can get them from Demon Tweaks. If you don't have any, there's a link in the description below. If you buy them using that link, you'll be supporting the channel, so thank you very much. Same goes for the bead breaker that is featured at the beginning, but also again here. And then just a little bit of a pro tip here from my dad.
Forms a complete seal. Can you see the little O-ring just there? Yeah. Otherwise the air's escaping through that thread at the moment. But when we tighten it up, that seals it and it makes the far end easier to pop out. That's the bead breaker in all its glory. Very useful, glad I had both those tools, and like I say, the links in the description if you would like to get those, as well as the Alfano as well, which is a great bit of kit. So this would be Heat 4, and I'm starting beside Alex Horn, number 66, who doesn't get off the line very well, so he loses about 2 or 3 places. I lose a further 2 or 3 places, just because the inside train did much better. Now here is one person I know, number 42, this is another Simon Fuller, and I know that we are roughly within about 0.2, 0.3 seconds of each other, fairly evenly matched. So it would be great to see what he can do in this race, to see if we can stay with him and see where we end up. So I was going to see what we could do there on Simon Fuller, but then Matthew Roberts pops out the inside. Now I know he's quicker than me, so I let him go past again with the intention of seeing if I can stick on the back of him, and as I've seen in so many videos, just kind of go through together. So that was my plan, but I didn't really seem to be able to pull that off. So I'm going to see here if I can get that all-important slipstream, and it turns out that I am falling back as I go through there. So maybe my 77 sprocket wasn't quite doing the business, or maybe it's my extra weight that was holding me back, or clearly I just wasn't hitting the straight that quickly. I had a glance beside me and I saw that the Anwar was there, the O plate holder, and again I thought probably best to not fight, let him go through by not defending. And see if fortune smiles on me, and it did. We have just got past Simon Fuller and a couple of other karts, and now I am with Matthew Roberts and Anwar. So what can we do to stick on the back of them? Any advantage that I was going to get from them was short-lived as they're able to pull away, but it was worth giving it a go. Good while it lasted, for about 10 metres, and we are back into defending from attacks coming from behind. So I was getting a bit fed up of people coming up the inside on that corner, so I thought, because it wasn't a race leader like a Matthew Roberts or an Anwar, I thought I'd try and outbrake this guy, and I did. So I was able to stick it on the outside and maintain my position for another lap. And speaking of last laps, there's only about one lap to go in this race, and my last lap was actually my best lap, and I managed to get it in the 56s again. So 56 was my best pace on this day. The leaders were the best, the best guys are doing about 55, so just over a second off the pace.
Second corner. I'm too wide on the exit. Everyone was coming up the inside of it.
Yeah, I saw. So this is really where the day changes for me. Ow! Oh, fuck. We've discovered that I've got a bent axle and a chipped wheel, and then I'm really having a difficult time with my elbows as well. Like crazy soreness has come on.
Like I can't pick up the engine.
Well, I'm recording this video before the final because I've had to withdraw. I had a bit of technical difficulty with a chipped wheel and a bent axle, both of which are potentially remediable, fixable before the final. But I've also really fucked up my my arms, something along the lines of tennis elbow. So discretion is the better part of valor. And I'm going to withdraw. So, not that much racing in this video, but some tyre changing updates, and that's it.
Good, good.